All right. So, welcome to lesson 6. This one is going to be especially for fitness coaches inside the program, but also if you're a gym owner watching this would be really helpful for you as well. But you could also feel free to send that to your team members. But we're going to look exactly how AI fits into your business, not just in theory, but in practical daily use cases. Okay, I'm going to show you live examples. So we need to start with the mindset first. All right. AI is not going to be replacing coaches or gyms. It's simply replacing inefficiency. So that's kind of universal for most, I guess, what's the word? Uh, Jobs or places, but especially with fitness, all right? Because people prefer human touch, right? But the thing is, the coaches who resist AI, the businesses that resist AI will stay stuck. They're going to spend hours on things that could be automated. And the ones who adopt is going to save time, scale faster, and deliver a much better client experience. And that's kind of the fork in the road right now. So let's first break down how AI can serve you as a coach. First, you can think of it as a content assistant. You already know how much time content takes, right? With your reels, your YouTube scripts, your emails, your ads. And with proper prompting, which we've gone over earlier, most AI can handle the heavy lifting. So it could write your hooks, right? It can write your scripts. It can even draft weekly content calendars. Same with newsletter and ad copy. And I'm going to show you live examples of this. So a good rule of thumb is to let AI do 80% of the work, then you refine the final 20%. People that rely on AI to do 100%, it's pretty obvious and it's terrible. But that's also how you keep your voice, but save you a lot of time in your hours. A second example would be lead magnets and nurture stacks. So this is a game changer. In the past, building a 14-page lead magnet or a full email nurturing sequence took so many hours, weeks. And with AI, you could have a draft in hours. So imagine going from a blank page to a complete funnel asset in literally an afternoon. That means you could test much faster. That means you could iterate faster or split test and scale your audience without burning off. Okay. The third one would be like your market research. So avatar, offer, brand research. Most coaches or even businesses get what their market wants. With AI, you could run avatar analysis. You could reframe your offer. You could audit competitors. What's different between them and you? It will generate a list of hooks, objections, and comparisons. For example, GPT, can you run a you versus X competitor and break down for your captions showing the clients exactly why your program is the better choice? And then literally there you go. That's piece of content, right? Fourth would be operational efficiency. So this is where things get really practical. Your AI can analyze clients' check-ins, summarize progress, and even draft personalized replies based off of your clients and get also the data that it's been given. But instead of you spending 30 minutes per check-in, you spend maybe 5, and you review it and you tweak it and you give AI your thoughts, and then it takes what you think and what it thinks and combines it. And that's how you scale without also losing the personal touch. I'm not telling you to copy and paste, a robot email to your clients. Okay. So yes, concierge style coaching bots already exist, but even simple GPT prompts can give you 80% of the value today, and it's a hell of a lot less expensive. Okay. So your human moat, AI will not replace live calls, events, WhatsApp chats, human connection. Okay, but it will free up your time and double down on relationships that no one that you can automate, right? So the last one would be, sorry, the fifth one would be human connection. Okay, so now fifth would be community, and this is super important because AI will never replace human connection. You could go get a robot massage, but people prefer humans. I'm sure there's going to be a day where you get a robot haircut, but why would you do that? Also, it's kind of sketchy. I don't trust that. But clients are going to stay with you because of you. Your live calls, your events, your messages, especially the personalized ones. AI's role is to help free up your time so you can double down on these relationships. And that's your human moat. The one thing that no one can copy or automate. Okay. Number 6 would be DMs and ManyChat integration. And it doesn't have to necessarily be ManyChat. There's companies now, but ManyChat is pretty solid with Instagram. But it can handle keyword replies, call to action flows, prospect segmentation. And it doesn't replace your nuance in sales conversations, but it does filter and warms leads before you step in. And again, that's how it saves you time. And that's how you keep your pipeline full without being chained to your phone all day long. You want to talk to warm buyers, not everyone. 7 is wearables and tech integrations. So your clients probably already use stuff like Whoop, Aura, Chronometer. So do you as well. Like this is applicable to you as well. And so AI will let you meet them at that level. You could pull their data from their wearables. Now, me personally, I wear Whoop all the time, and I feed my wearable data every month when I get it from Whoop. I've plugged that into GPT, into an agent that I have. But you could do the same thing with your clients and generate custom insights faster than ever before. So this again is not about replacing your coaching. It's about making sure your coaching keeps pace with the tools your clients already rely on and what's available to you. So now let's zoom out. Okay. Here's the final mindset piece. Treat AI like an apprentice. It's not a CEO unless you really are really good at prompting that. It's not about replacing your judgment or your like business or you. It's about like to do a lot of the grunt work, the research, the drafts, the stuff you don't want to do. And that makes your business leaner and it lowers staffing and it boosts your profits a significant amount. So let's recap the big picture. Okay. Coaches who ignore AI will fall behind. Coaches who adapt will save time and scale faster and serve clients better. And that's the line in the sand. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is let's go over some live examples. Okay. So now let's start back at the top. Let's go back to the content assistance. All right. So what we're going to do is there's a couple things we can do. I'm going to have two things open. I'm going to have my GPT because it's just programmed more efficiently, and I'll show you like a default one where it's on incognito. Right. So we'll start with the content assistant. Now, I'm sure you've seen this before for other people telling you what to do, how to do it. So this might not be anything new. But you have like three options. The first one, you could potentially make like a content calendar. Okay. And what you could do as well is take this and make it into a much more specific prompt if you want as well. Better prompts, better outputs. This is just to give you an example. Okay. Um, and what I'll do as well, just to show you like what happens when you give GPT more memory, is it'll base this off of my stuff. It'll probably be pretty similar because I didn't give enough context. I didn't tell it to like use stuff that they know about me and whatnot. But you get the gist of it. Okay. So here's a 7-day thing. Now we can go into making a script for a reel, right? Act as a fitness creator, write the scripts. I don't know how many it's going to make. Again, these prompts are very basic and generic, but it's not terrible, right? Again, it's giving you like 80% of the way there. Okay, and then the last thing is based off above, make like the caption. Okay, so now it's giving you the script. I forgot to paste the script that it made. So this is like generic, which isn't terrible. Not terrible. This is more so in, I guess, my voice. It's very similar. Because again, I'm not giving it much prompt or breakdown, but I'm just giving you this as an example. Okay. So let me start a new chat. I'm going to refresh this. Now we're going to move into the lead magnets. Okay. So there's two parts to this. There's a lead magnet and there's kind of like a nurturing thing. So what I would do is what I would personally do is like if you've never had a lead magnet before, here's what I would do. This is what I suggest. Hey, so I want to create a lead magnet for my business coaching offer. I would like you to make me or ask me or create like a comprehensive questionnaire intake form. So then that way I can give you more info and data and we can like make that. Okay, so whenever necessary, obviously with AI, the more contents you give it, the better it comes out. So because this is already like in my personal GPT, it's going to know everything. And just for the sake of time, this is again a really great example of why it's so helpful and important to give AI memory. Fill this out as much detail based off everything you know about me and memory, etc. If you don't know what to do or say, then ask me. So now it's going to run and let that go. Okay. As this is happening, or after this is done, we're then going to work on a nurturing sequence. Now, I'm not going to go into explaining like what is and what isn't a nurturing sequence right now. But to simplify it, when someone signs up for this lead magnet that you're going to use to promote in your content, then they get automation, and the automation is basically like, hey, thanks for signing up, book a call with me. It's a drip, right? It depends. Um, so now we're going to copy this. Okay. And please make me super specific lead magnet, 10 pages. Boom. So now from here, what I would do is 80% of this is done, right? What I would suggest from here, because AI is not the most amazing at like graphics yet, um, is I would then head over to Fiverr and hire someone to make a lead magnet. So an example of I could show you of what we've made. So this is a lead magnet that one of my clients we made. Like I helped him make obviously like the script and and whatnot, and then he added the pictures, and then I basically got a freelancer to create this for him. So then he promotes this and pushes this out to clients. Right? It's very clean. It's professional. Because if you use AI to make it, it's not going to look that great, in my opinion. All right. So now what we're gonna do is now that we have this lead magnet, I would like to make a nurturing sequence um, for this. So when people obviously like join my CRM to get them from cold to warm to hot, um, I'm going to give you my email masterclass, which will give you much more insight on that. Now, a great lesson for this is I have a bunch of stuff in my curriculum. And so what I've done um, is I've taken my whole email masterclass and I've pasted that into TXT, so I can just download this pretty much whenever I want, and then I can attach it here. Um, okay, boom. I've even made GPT agents for copywriting, right? But now that we have the lead magnet done, this is going to be a custom 10-day nurturing sequence. So day one, rapport, belief break, monetization, final push, close the loop. Now, this is not the final. This would be what's called a skeleton. Okay, I wouldn't send this out right now. You would go in, and you would also need to add SMS. So what I would do from here is so now we're going to go section by section, or I would say day by day, and prolong and make this like basically what you gave me as a skeleton, which is great. But we need to make the emails much longer to a certain degree, and then also each day needs to have an SMS. Do you? Um, it doesn't really matter. Like just get it done. Just start with day one. Okay, boom. Why you're stuck under 50K a month? This is perfect. Like this is a really, 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 really solid email, in my opinion. Okay, and then here's the SMS. This is really, really solid. Okay, so that's that example. Now we're gonna go into avatar offer brand research. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you like I guess we could technically do this in we could do this on generic, but what I would recommend because I want to try to give as much value as possible. Um, so let me show you what I would do word for word. Okay. So I'm gonna copy like what we're doing, and then what's suggested. So this would be for avatar deep dive. This would be for offer reframe, and then this would be for competitor analysis. What I would do is I would say something like this. Okay, so I'm trying to basically do work on my ICP and my avatar and my offer or irresistible offer for like reframing and competitor audits. So other brand researchers, so I can do stuff like um, competitor. What I want you to do with the stuff below is make me a comprehensive breakdown questionnaire intake form that I could fill out, and then it'll make the rest go easier. So again, like I'm asking GPT to help me help them. It helps significantly. Um, and because it has all the memory, again, I'm just going to put this into a different chat for the sake of time because it pretty much knows all the questions. Or sorry, it knows all the answers to the questions for the most part. But then I'll show you what to do once you have this info. Um, do help answer. So boom. Then um, we have that here. Okay, so that's all there. But um, it has all of this in the memory. All right, so what you could do as well, because basically the output was, it already knows kind of some of the competitors. So what you could do as well is we can go over to new chat and we'll get, granted this is in my personal one, so I guess I can't do deep research on here actually. Um, so I'd like you to make me a prompt where you are the best business researcher, um, like to do competitor audits, um, and then I'm going to run a deep research. So deep research allows you to, well, basically do deep research. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to copy this. Um, okay, would you like me to pre-fill this? Yes. So it's going to pre-fill this. So like it already has the information, right? Because otherwise, if it doesn't have the information, it might give you bad output. Again, more input, better output. I'm going to just copy and paste this. Boom. Okay, and go to research. You could also technically, what I like doing as well sometimes, um, is I'll put it as a GPT agent as well, and then I'll combine the both of them. Um, let me know, um, target North America, um, both, no. So now it's working on that. And then also the agent, it's like a URL inside of this. So what I'll do typically when that's finished is I'll combine the two. Um, so that's with that. And then also like, if you're looking for your ICP, your ideal client avatar, really anything like that, you can ask it the same stuff that I showed you. Um, in terms of like GPT and client effectiveness and efficiency, what I would recommend is you make your own um, folder, and then in your folders you could add files of whatever your stuff is. Each client that I've had over the years, I have stuff in there. I already mentioned, like, you could add their data, their checking stuff, their wearables and whatnot. I don't want to make this video much longer. If you would like a more comprehensive breakdown on that, let me know. I already do have a training video inside of the school curriculum. I believe it is literally the video above this, setting up Google Drive and GPT for clients. Now, this isn't like it's not you placing you, it's not being robotic. It's giving you actually better outputs. Okay. Um, and then the community stuff, um, you could just use school. I really like that. For DMs, many chat integrations, I have a bunch of videos and trainings on that. If you would like any of these, let me know. I have like a whole breakdown actually, because I have trained VAs on how to use ManyChat, so I don't know why this is not working. If I go here, and I don't remember where I put it. Here we go. So there's a bunch of videos on how to use ManyChat. If you would like access to this, let me know. And then we talked about the wearables. You could also plug in like, their food intake. Um, but yeah, basically, just to put a bow on this, um, like I want you to do some drills. So generate a week of real scripts. Um, do a lead magnet. Do the nurturing sequence. Do a check in through GPT. Refine that. Um, if you do these, you're gonna instantly feel a lot of time saving, and then you're gonna see how much faster your business moves with AI doing majority of the heavy lifting. Now, your deliverables below this is you're gonna have the AI Coaches Playbook PDF, which if I go back to here, boom, bada boom, where it's just gonna go over kind of what to do and how to do it. So it'll give you a summary of use cases for plug and play examples, and then that's it. So in the next lesson, we're going to get tactical with specific audit prompts, showing you how to use it for like website, social profiles, so you can spot opportunities for growth in minutes, I should say. Um, so what I'm just waiting for this to conclude is the deep research and the agent, so I could see that finish. So I will come back in about, I don't know, probably 10 minutes and finish the video and show you what that looks like. Okay, so now we're gonna put a bow on this. So basically, this is what the agent came out with, which you could even, if you really wanted to, oh my God, that's very long. Holy crap. You could even export this and download it like into a PDF if you want, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna download that into a PDF. And if I go over to the deep research one, um, it's gonna probably be pretty similar. Um, I'm not gonna obviously go through everything, but I'm gonna download this as a PDF. Okay, you could even share this link to someone on your team if you wanted, or something like that. Okay. So now, what I typically do, I like doing the agent and the deep research, is I'm going to upload both of the PDFs, and I'm going to say, so I ran the same prompt inside of GPT agent. I'm giving you both PDFs. I want you to consolidate both of these into a master, um, like breakdown. Leave no stone unturned type thing. So now it's basically going to consolidate into the master audit. So the landscape, it's going to be coaching, agencies, SaaS, because it depends on exactly what I'm trying to do, right? And again, this is very tailored and structured to me. The competitive overview, there's Gym Launch, Two Brain, Loud Rumor. Then there's like other ones for if I'm doing coaching, etc. Right? And then this gives me a great concept and idea of their pricing, their funnel, their back and their ad traffic, what they're doing, and then the opportunity, right? Position myself as the only full stack installator incubator, which is what I've basically done, right? So this is going to continue with the competitive overshot. Now it's going to go. Oh, it's still going. Wow, that's just crazy. Now it's going to go into positioning and messaging, right? So it's going to go into aggression, like quick wins, holistic. It's going to go into community. It's going to go into systems. It's going to go into outsourced, what to do, etc. Right? So, pain relief positioning in terms of marketing, like we'll do it for you. Stop burning cash. The niche focus. Um, then we have funnel and offer structures. It breaks that down as well. You could even tell this to go into more like specific details, right? The traffic and content. Pretty straightforward. What they do, how they do it, strategic insights. So where I win is nobody else does what I do, and then the guarantees, nobody really does that. The pricing psychology, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the fine positioning, like we don't coach or sell you leads. I install the machine that runs your gym and your backend. I'm the backend. Okay. Basically, so that's what you could do with this. And then, like I mentioned or alluded to, this would be a fantastic resource for you to keep and run that and put that into your GPT agents in the future. But yeah, hopefully this gives you significant insight. You have that, and then we went over in the next lesson audit prompts. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I might put this on YouTube. So if you liked it, subscribe for more. If you want access to the curriculum, drop a comment or shoot me a message on Instagram.